Motorcycle penis, motorcycle penis falling off on a fence, riding along and everything is okay, and then you're gonna have a really bad day.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
The fuck is going on, you motherfuckers? How's everybody out there in the internet doing? Welcome to the chat. Friends, Romes, and Patriots, lend me your ears and strap on your fucking tinfoil hats, because it is time for the Gay Frog Chat. The Gay Frog Chat is a weekly panel discussion where we go into a different conspiracy. This week, I slept and was really tired and did a bunch of shit at work to the point where I was like freaking out and I had to like yell at friends, not on a chat. Not that I was mad at them. I was just mad and yelling, and they were there to be the fucking the pillow for me to punch or whatever to make me feel better. And I really appreciate that, by the way, guys. I do feel better than I did, especially 2 days ago. But yesterday, even after fucking sleeping for a day, I still felt like a fucking piece of shit, and like I got beaten up, and like I hate the world, and my work sucks, and like money's good, but Jesus Christ, dude, Jesus Christ.
So I watched The Adam Project last night, and if you have issues with your dad, you really shouldn't probably watch that movie.
So everyone?
So everyone, like Netflix is like just trying to cause family drama.
It was a good movie. I liked it though.
Yeah, it was good.
Very good.
I'd like to think that if my kids watched a movie like that, they would get the opposite end of it. You know, not like, oh, my dad's a piece of shit and I wish my dad was like that, but like I'm sad because my dad was like that, you know?
Yeah.
But
that's the way to be, man.
Well, it's not a good movie if it's like, oh, he was a good dad. There's nothing there. There's no conflict. Well, so in the movies, it's always got to be like a dad who, like in the Adam Project, it wasn't a bad dad. He was just like, you know.
Something happened.
Yeah, stuff happened. I don't like spoil anything, but, you know.
Like Field of Dreams?
Sure. I don't remember what the fuck happened in Field of Dreams.
So
I'll
this
just say,
movie
okay.
is about time travel.
What was that movie about, like the radio that went back in time and the dude could talk to
Frequency.
I love that movie. That's
my wife can't watch the end of that movie because it makes her cry.
Yeah, that one.
The end part when he poofs back and his dad's alive, and then it's got that country song playing while they play baseball together at the end with him and his son and his grandkids. Yeah, that makes my wife cry. It's fucking hilarious. So sometimes I like to put it on and not tell her. And then just start playing it.
And just skip to that part and be like,
skip to the end.
Hey, honey.
I'm a dick.
I always like it when Dennis Quaid is fucking Jim Caviezel's fucking dad or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I almost said Randy Quaid a minute ago.
I love Dennis Quaid.
I love some Randy Quaid too, though.
I like both Quaids.
I
mean, one of them thinks Rupert Murdoch had him killed or some shit.
Yeah, thinks what's his name? Murdoch is out to get him.
Yeah, that's great.
It's like, oh, okay. Yeah. Tell us more, Randy.
Do you remember seeing him on the TV after old boy died? After what's his name died in the closet? David Carradine died in the closet, and Randy Quaid came out. I'll tell you what, he doesn't look like he did in Independence Day. He looks like Crazy Santa.
Yes, he does.
It bothered him.
He looks like a homeless guy.
Yeah.
Dude, on my Instagram page, every year on the 4th of July, I always made a post dedicated to that time Randy Quaid saved us from them aliens.
So every 4th of July, I just like to post on Facebook and everywhere the president's speech. I think that's appropriate.
Oh, yeah.
What's a movie that you guys can't watch because of your own personal life experience, like making it so that it's too emotionally damaging? Like emotional damage. For me, I cannot watch the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy.
I can't watch that shit either, man. Like
his mom dies in the hospital, like right in front of him, and like I wasn't that age, but I wasn't that much older either.
Man, even if your mom didn't die, that scene's hard as fuck to watch.
I'm trying to think.
Because I'm trying to think if there's a film that I can't
There's
watch.
got to be, but I can't think of anything right now.
Who's making feedback noise?
I don't know.
It's driving me up the wall, though.
Probably me.
Are you on your way back? You went out of town this weekend, didn't you, Foos?
Yeah, I'm headed I'm headed back. I'm up in Kansas City.
You're good, Foos.
I
The one for me is I can't watch Hogan's Heroes anymore. That's sad. Like my dad and I watched that a shit ton when he was around when I was a kid, and I can't anymore.
Yeah, I can't think of one that's.
I don't like John Wayne movies because my dad loved them.
Honda, I love John Wayne movies, so we'll get along just fine.
Fuck you.
For me, it is the scene or the HBO Band of Brothers where they go into the concentration camps. For some weird reason, I just can't handle that one.
Because of your history of concentration camp tutelage?
Yes, evidently.
Well, Foos's grandpa fell off a guard tower once, you know.
God
like even movies that like freak me out, I can still watch. Like, I mean, there's movies I just don't enjoy, like Clockwork Orange. I don't enjoy that movie, so like I'll never. Yeah, so like I'm never gonna watch it.
I can't watch The Fourth Kind. The alien shit. that ain't me, baby. Fire in the Sky. E.T. scarred me bad. I can't even do
E.T.
Listen,
E.T. touched his no square.
I told you, my big cousins tied me to a tree, and in the woods they told me E.T. was coming for me, and they left me there till dark. And my uncle had to come get me.
This explains it.
I'll tell you that it was horrible. It was horrible.
I could just see Little Dude being like, "No, please come back,
guys!
please!
I know what we need to do to Duke now. Whenever we meet him,
Good
tie him
luck.
up and leave him till dark.
I will fuck all you up. You're gonna try to fucking tie me to that shit.
What if you were
zip ties, Duke? There'd be nothing you can do.
That's true.
What if we tied you up with Angry? Would you be okay then?
I mean, me and Angry, we could fuck ET up together. Okay, I trust Angry.
Oh yeah.
But,
okay. What was that
curb
movie?
stomp an alien.
What was that movie where the beginning of it, the dude gets home from the business trip, and then like he finds his wife like banging like some dudes upstairs, and then he gets in this fight with her, and then the doorbell rings, and this guy's there. He's like, "I'm here for the gangbang." Does anyone can't watch that?
That
one?
sounds really familiar, but I don't remember.
It
what
does
it's from.
sound familiar, but I don't remember what the movie is.
Is it Forgetting Sarah Marshall, or am I mixing it up?
I think it's damn it, it's hold on, I gotta think of it. Keep talking.
I have a feeling Honda's gonna go to look this up and not find the movie he was looking for.
Old School. People are saying it in the fuck. Yes, it's Old School.
I don't have any trauma with that one.
Yeah, someone out there has trauma for that one though. I guarantee.
Probably.
I have trauma with your
It's
trip.
a little too close to home. I mean, I just hate it whenever I open a door and the girl's husband stand there saying I can't join.
Actually, yes, there is actually a group of movies that I just cannot watch, and those are Rob Zombie movies because they suck.
Oh God, those are fucking horrible. Fuck Rob Zombie and his the fact that he thinks he knows how to make a fucking movie.
Honestly, I don't like horror movies, and I really don't like Rob Zombie horror movies because they suck.
How much like balls do you have to think that you can redo like the original Halloweens? And I'm like, I just don't understand. Like, why would you ever try and like redo that shit? That shit was cool how it was. You know,
I think they're much better off with the Halloween like sequels they're doing now with Jamie Lee Curtis.
That's cool. But I'm into that, but I just like, gosh, dude.
Yeah, House of a Thousand Corpses was pretty rough.
Yeah, it was fucking awful.
And like, it's just grotesque to be grotesque. It's not like it's telling a story and it happens to be like Game of Thrones. Like, there's some horrible, like vile stuff in there, but it's telling a story.
Did you ever have friends? Did you ever have any friends in high school that liked the band Gwar? Because I have a feeling that they would like those movies.
I actually like some of Gwar's music now.
I will say that Gwar puts on a fucking amazing show. If you ever have the chance to go to a Gwar concert, do it. You will not regret it.
But it's like that level of like gore and shit, disgusting, whatever. Like, it's just that for its own sake. I never liked Gwar for the same reason.
I don't watch any of their music videos or anything like that, but some of their music is pretty damn good.
So guys, hey guys,
hey guys, what?
Hey, like in like a little bit more than like a week, we'll be like touching tips together and shit.
Nope, we won't.
I don't think we'll be doing that, Honda.
You guys don't want to touch tips?
No.
What about like butt to tip? Is that okay?
Well, I would do that with you, but I don't think I don't think you'd be game for that.
No, I'm not gay enough for that. This is what it is. It will be cool to hang out though, for real though. Like on like an actual like I'm not joking around level. Like I do look forward to seeing you guys and meeting all of you for the first time. I've already met Angry, but he won't be there.
He already met Honda's penis.
I mean, Angry had an experience with me. Yes.
Was it penile related?
I mean, it was butthole related.
Ow.
It was.
Yeah, that's true.
Did it involve balls and buttholes?
Yes, it did.
Actually,
it did. So.
It didn't involve elk meatballs and fucking the worst food poisoning I've ever gotten.
I love how Angry's like, I'm in Colorado. I'm gonna eat elk.
Yeah, I'm sure
from
this
the fucking
random
mountain.
bar has fucking good elk meatballs. Let's order that.
No, I will say though, I think what it actually was, like, don't get me wrong, I think the food had a lot to play into it, but also the fact of like going 48 hours basically being either on a flight or in like an airport just fucked with me, because the last time I did a long flight like that where I had a layover, I ate normal ass food and I still got like the super nausea and just like I felt
that shit just wears me out.
See, you're blaming me for this shit. I bought you that fucking meatball sandwich, Angry, and you've been blaming me for like a year and a half.
This was ramped up more than that.
Duke! What's up? Whoa. Why are you screaming? Because
you're not looking at the screen, are you?
Oh my gosh, Joe! I don't want to see that. Don't do it.
Fucking ET.
That's
He's so scared of ET.
This is what Duke sees when he goes to get in the bath.
Yep. Oh hell no. My wife got an ET doll because she thought that shit was funny, and that shit scares the hell out of me. And then sometimes in the dark, she'll go, yeah, like that. Like she'll say my name, scare the hell out of me. Nope, none of this.
That's awesome.
She needs like a life-size ET on like an RC car or something that can like chase Duke throughout the house.
Have you seen Stone Cold ET? It's a guy that goes through the drive-thru with a Stone Cold head on, and he talks like ET to the drive-thru people. It's kind of funny. Just saying.
I love Stone drive-thru brings.
Stone Cold ET.
Steve Austin.
Yeah. He talks like Stone Cold Steve Austin, but he has an ET head on, and he talks in the third person about what Stone Cold ET wants from McDonald's. He does it a lot, and the people don't know what to do. But he sounds just like
says that he wants a vanilla ice cream.
Yeah,
like people don't know what the fuck to do. It's hilarious.
Yeah, you got to look it up sometime. It's worth it.
Tom F says, "Hello, all." Dropped in $20 for that. Thank you very much, sir. I do appreciate it. And again, all super chats are not necessary, but welcome, and I appreciate those in advance. And if you guys have any questions or subjects or topics or bullshit that you want to fucking say, give me an @eHonda, and I will try to get to those as well.
So,
drowning
like
fucking ET is freaking me out right now.
Is this like late night with eHonda fused with the gay frog chat, or is this just the gay frog chat?
This is whatever the fuck it ends up being. I don't have an agenda or plan. I was going to talk about the Russell Brand smear piece that came out. And then I was also looking at this...
From Trudeau? Or about Trudeau?
What?
What?
The Russell Brand going against Trudeau, or what?
No, there's a smear piece. Do you know what a smear piece is?
Yeah.
So there's a smear piece on Russell Brand that basically fucking... like lies about everything that they talk about from beginning to end, and some of the lies are ridiculous.
Apparently, he likes drugs.
What?
No shit.
No shit.
I would not have been able to guess that.
I am shocked and appalled.
Shocking.
Show me a Coke.
And then there's this other thing that I was looking at that was basically talking about how Justin Trudeau and the United States have signed on to this World Economic Forum Great Reset fucking agenda document stating goals and things like that. And then if you switch over to China, Russia, they have their own joint document between them two. So Canada and America have, it's almost verbatim, like word for word, the same document as the agreement between China and Russia, and talking about how they need to move like the financial systems and this and that. And it was making me think that this whole like Ukraine war with Russia and America is just like a fucking three-dimensional chess set up for fucking New World Order to move its agenda forward, and they're all working together.
No, man, what I think we're watching here is there is a New World Order. It's like the Rothschilds, and they're funding both sides to go against each other to just have whoever wins rule the fucking world. While they
okay. Listen to this, though. Klaus Schwab, World Economic Forum, young leaders of the World Economic Forum. Do you know who's on that list of people?
Who?
Justin Trudeau.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who else is on that list of people?
Obama.
Vladimir Putin.
That's great.
Vladimir Putin was driving a taxi until he started going to these World Economic Forum meetings in the early 90s that were set up by fucking what's his name? Klaus Schwab, who then befriended Klaus Schwab back then, before he ever got into power, before he was in politics, before anybody knew what his name was. And he's listed as one of the future leaders of America on the World Economic Forum back then by Klaus Schwab.
So Putin was trained in counterintelligence, and the first thing he's going to do whenever he goes anywhere is worm his way to the top. That's what they do. So the fact that he went to the like highest seat of power he could get to and then wormed his way to the inner circle, that's like KGB 101.
And I'm sure that, it's not like Klaus Schwab is telling Putin what to do every step along the way. But certainly parts of their agendas align.
Oh, for sure. Like, Putin wants Russia for Russians and to have his own sphere of influence and to be left the fuck alone while he has his own empire.
And then the other thing I was thinking about, like, similarities between Canada and Russia. Canada has this thing where if you fucking talk out against the government in a certain way, you get arrested, right?
Yeah.
Russia has this thing where if you talk about the government in a certain way, you get arrested. Canada had massive shutdowns for COVID. They had like their fucking vaccination program that they implemented. Russia had massive shutdowns and a vaccine implementation program. The company that makes the vaccines is the same company as makes our vaccines. It's just they do it in Russia, right? Like, there's so many similarities, dude. There's so many fucking similarities, and people don't want to look at it for some reason.
Well, I think it's for sure they're all run by the same people. I just think there could be two separate camps, and we're about to watch them fight.
I'm saying, based upon this document and how it plays out, Canada and Russia are working together with America and China that are working together to bring a new world government, universal government, fucking like planetary government into existence.
In order for that to happen, the United States would have to necessarily fall, and we would have to learn to live within our means. And I think that's what is happening.
That's actually really interesting you say that, because Bloomberg Group just tweeted out basically living within your means, air quote.
Yeah.
They're like, instead of meat, eat lentils. Don't drive, take the bus. It's the death of the middle class and personal freedom of choice.
This is why you should go buy a rifle. Just saying.
I mean, we got the stimmy money to buy an AR-15. That's what I did.
Well, I mean like a real rifle, like a fucking bolt action or semi-automatic 30 caliber rifle that can hit things at range.
I just need like $3,000 stimulus. That's it.
For Wanamaker?
No. For a motorcycle. I'm good.
Oh.
If we can just hook that up, I'll be happy.
Well, like,
what if I drove down to Texas and bought it and then just drove it away? Just to be like, fuck you.
Just like,
I will
drive
destroy you.
What if I drove down to Texas and bought it and gave it to you?
Oh, then cool. Yeah, that's cool.
That's okay.
That's perfectly fine.
Corey Long says, howdy, everyone. Wanamaker 2022, bitches. Are you going too, Corey?
Yeah, he is.
Did I send Corey a link? Shit, hold on.
You fucking asshole.
Did I not send Corey a link? I thought I did.
I don't know.
No, I sent him a link. He's the asshole. Okay.
Maybe he just wants to watch the show and not be a part of this circus.
Corey likes to watch.
Yeah, some guys are like that.
Yeah. Sometimes you offer him a blowjob and he just wants a hand job.
Sometimes they just want to watch you play with yourself.
That's weird.
It is.
That's fucking weird.
It's really weird.
Some peeper stuff.
So apparently Teslas fly now? Really?
You seen that video? That dude flew and fucked up his Tesla. It's pretty cool. A dumbass, but it's cool.
You know,
I wish I could copy paste that because it's in the StreamYard. Hold on.
I really wish that Teslas were something that like I'll ever be able to afford.
Okay, here we go. Here we motherfucking go. Oh, my camera. Hey, look at my new apartment that I got. Isn't this nice?
Why is the apartment fading through your head?
It does that. It's
For no reason. Did I turn this on? I forgot how to turn it off. Hold on. Yeah, I honestly don't know how to turn this off.
Oh, you done fucked up.
He's letting me like this forever.
I'm good. It's good.
Right.
Every chat I'll have a piano in the background.
And like fade in and out of existence.
Settings. Okay, here we go. Camera, virtual background, none. There we go. America.
So Duke and I were having a debate before we got on here. Short sword versus Mosin Nagant M44 with no bullets.
Oh, short sword.
I don't know. Like, you got a club with a pike on the end of it.
I'd much rather have a short sword.
Well, what if you did have like 5 bullets?
Whoa.
Well, then, yeah, I'd want the Mosin.
Jesus Christ. Can we see that in slow-mo? Hold on. How do you... Oh, Twitter doesn't let you do that. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God.
That's got to be in San Francisco, right?
Okay. Time is at 1 second. That was a full 2.5 seconds of fucking hang time. That was pretty good.
That's some Dukes of Hazzard level there.
Yeah.
They're aerodynamically shaped, so.
I mean, if a DeLorean can fly, why can't, a Tesla?
I mean, it's on its wheels. At least it landed. On another car, but it landed, It's pretty good.
Jesus.
When are we going to get flying cars? Because it seems like with the Great Reset, we're never going to get flying cars because it costs too much energy.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Like, I think flying cars were always a fucking pipe dream, so long as we have, like, billionaires that run shit. Like, they might have flying cars someday, but that's basically what helicopters are.
So I found the most amazing Twitter channel ever. It's called Vicious Videos. We were watching some of this yesterday. So I'll just kind of have this on in the background because why not? With shit like that. I'm not going to click on them and make them big because every time you do, there's like music in the background and shit, and I'm going to get dinged. Like this guy's fucking with a homeless person.
You know what I hate the most is when people take videos of themselves giving homeless people food. I think that ruins you.
It's virtue signaling. It's like, look at me, I'm giving homeless people food.
Yeah, it's like, okay, that's cool you're doing it, but you could really do it without telling anybody or showing anybody, man. Like
every time I've ever given anybody anything like that, it's always like, if it's cash, I just hand them the cash. If it's food or something, hand them the food, and then like just go on about your day. Like you don't brag about that shit. It's nothing to be proud of.
Yeah.
In my opinion, you're gullible and you're giving people shit.
Now it's one thing if you want to share on like social media or something that you're going and like working at a food kitchen or a donation bank or something, like that's one thing. But like just to be like walking down the street, be like, oh, there's a homeless guy. I'm gonna go in here and buy $20 worth of food, and then like film yourself like walking up, be like, hey buddy, hey, look at the camera, hey, give a wave, like just scummy.
Yeah. Well, like, what about I've seen dudes who take they'll go and give like $100 to a fucking homeless person in exchange for an interview. They're like, hey, I'm gonna pay you for this interview, $100. Like, tell me how you got here. Like, I don't feel like that's a scummy.
No, that's fine. That's fine because you're getting something out of it. You're getting them to provide. It's essentially you're paying for their story.
Jesus. The fuck happened? Like, if you're in this car and you're not putting it in reverse, you're a fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
What the fuck?
I don't know what that is, dude.
Is it a Pinto?
Looks like a gas well or some shit.
Like a train. There's train tracks right here.
Well, they have containers on trains that hold gasoline. That's what it is. Whoa, shit.
Woo! That could have been worse.
Yeah, that horse could have stomped him to death.
Yeah, he got the easy side of it. He didn't even get hoofed to the chest.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
He's probably okay.
Best honeymoon ever.
He was listening to the Jurassic Park theme song in his head.
Watch out for the turbulence.
Hey Honda, have you seen the guys over in Boulder that go paragliding over off the Flatirons?
Dog's own leg tries to steal bone.
You know it's bad when you don't trust your own foot.
He's testing his reflexes. You know, it's like shadow boxing.
For psycho fucking dogs, baby. He just bit his own foot.
That's a dumb fucking dog, dude.
Yeah. I'm not saying your dog is retarded, but it's a little dumber than Forrest Gump, Mrs. Gump.
Dude, we had one of these games, and we had to get rid of it because people kept breaking their hand when they would play this. Because you get all drunk and you try to punch the thing and you miss.
This is that. This is that right there. Oh, Jesus.
She fucked up her teeth, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. See music all the time. Where did Matt go?
I'm still here.
Oh, you are still here.
I'm just watching shit. Watching bitches get
Sorry,
their
I
cheek
was
busted
looking for the never enough ammo green thing, not a giant penis with sunglasses giving the thumbs up. My bad.
That's why you pick up the bottle instead of the chair, by the way.
Yeah. Seriously.
Like, dumbass. It's not even a good chair to hit people with. I like the guy trying to stop it. The waiter. It's Honda.
Boom.
Oh, he's out.
KO.
KO. Victory! A Honda!
Flawless victory. Uh-oh. Where did it go? Jesus. I haven't seen all these videos. They put out a lot of videos, apparently.
Oh! He's gone. He just died. We just watched a man die.
What happened? Sorry, I looked away for a second.
Benjamin 356 says, Honda, did you hear of the letters of marque proposed to Congress? May need to have some repo work in the Bering Strait. Yeah, we were talking about buying a shrimp boat, getting together a little arsenal on a shrimp boat, going out in a shrimp boat, captain.
Getting like some torpedoes and some fucking cannons. And
we'll get hit by a hurricane and you'll get angry and you'll flip off the hurricane.
Yeah.
Tell him you'll never sink this boat.
I, much like Lieutenant Dan did in that movie, will protect us with powerful magic at sea or some shit by flipping off God.
You never said it, but I believe you made your peace.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
What the fuck? Play that again.
So this car is turning left. He stops because there's a motorcycle. This guy's like, I'm impatient. Why are you stopping? Fuck it. I'm just going to go around you. And
Jesus.
That happened. That does not feel good.
He just fucked up his bike.
Got some corn-fed whoop ass here, man. Check this out.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
Corn-fed.
Is
I don't know if skinny guys can take a hit.
That other guy just can't punch that hard, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, he's throwing haymakers, so.
This dude doesn't even punch. He doesn't even throw a punch the entire fight. Let's watch again. Nope, not there. You got hit twice. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So, my thing is, let's say you're this guy and you just got the shit beat out of you by him. Like, do you just lay there bleeding, or do you go get a baseball bat and finish things?
I don't know.
I've
never hit like that before. People have tried to. Raw Feeding 101 says, howdy, homies. Howdy. Howdy there, Raw Feeding. How you doing there, man? I did send you a link, too, if you want to hop in now there. Get some corn-fed ass whooping going.
What's better, corn-fed ass whooping or corn-fed ass eating?
Ooh, whooping, probably.
So as long as they're the one doing the eating, of
eating. I like to eat corn so I know when I'm done with it. Daniel says, I offered to let y'all use my 1/5 of a 62-foot yacht.
So we'd have like a 10-foot yacht, 14-foot yacht, something like that.
No, or would we have it 1/5 of the year?
It's 1/5 of the
year.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, that gives us what, like 2 months, a little bit more?
Yeah, that's all we need, I think, to like just go and get a better boat, right?
We might not come back with your yacht, though, is the problem.
Yeah, we might leave it there.
It might not come back with us anyway.
So all this corn-fed ass eating got me a question burning in my soul. So in like a human centipede situation, by the time it goes through everything, does it still look like corn?
Yes. It never gets digested. No matter how many feet of intestines it goes through, it remains corn.
Okay, I was just checking. Things that make you go,
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Ruh-roh. Wow. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's start this one over. Turn off the music.
I think I'd be stopping if I were this car.
I think he'd try it. He is. Sucks to be this car though, right here, because he did nothing wrong. And watch that car. Watch this car right here. That's this car. He's just driving along.
Well, that's vehicular manslaughter, what we're looking at right there, probably.
Look, he's out on the. There's someone right here on the fucking street now too. Someone fell out of the fucking window.
Yep. Like, I think somebody died in that thing, man. Oh,
he's trying to get up. Jesus.
Man, he can take a punch. Fuck that windshield.
Do you stop or gun it? I'm gunning it.
I'd go through it slow.
Oh, don't gun it. Don't gun it.
As usual, I am correct.
I didn't expect it to be that smoky. I thought it was just a little fire right there.
Well, in Oklahoma, there's all sorts of signs on the road saying, "Do not drive through grass, fire, smoke." Because of that.
Oh, God.
I'm getting awfully close to that car there, man.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to end up hitting that car.
He already did. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
Oh, no, 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 no. Oh,
His poor butthole.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you got to remember you have tail swing. You
Dude,
can't get
that was way worse than I was fucking expecting.
We almost just saw some dude get cut in half.
I think he's got broken ribs or something, dude. Like, look how much his car moves. How much force does that shit take?
A lot.
Like,
right on his dick, too.
I saw a lady get
He broke his pelvis, dude. Look at him trying to walk.
Oh, my God.
He's destroyed.
Can you sue the truck company for that? I mean, I know.
Oh, yeah. That's millions of dollars right there that we're just watching.
But he put himself between the car and the truck, though. He didn't have to do that.
The truck shouldn't have been doing that shit.
The truck should have pulled out a little bit further before they started to turn. But if you do that in reverse, like you're backing in the spot, I watched a lady get crushed. She was helping guide her husband into a parking spot. And basically the same thing that happened there, but in reverse. And she didn't make it.
That dude's going to a hospital for sure.
Daniel says, who's at fault, though? The truck or the dumbass? I think both. The truck is, but the dumbass is, too, because he put himself there. He didn't have to do that.
If you put that in front of a jury, your average jury is not too smart, and they're always going to side on the fucking
they're going to say the driver's the fault.
Yeah. Like, it just facing facts of the realities of going to fucking court. Like, that's what they would say.
Let's see what
you always have to be mindful of your tail swing, however much overhang you have, whether it's 3 foot, whether it's 12 foot, because when you turn, it's going to swing out there further than where your axles are.
There goes a hat. There goes a dude.
I like how Tara knows everything about trucks.
I've only been driving one for 24 years, so I mean.
Yeah, bragging.
Oh man, he's launched.
It's not really anything to brag about. It means I should have gotten an education.
It means you got a good job for a long time, at least.
I don't think this dude made it.
Yeah,
no,
have you seen all the automated trucks they got on the road? The big bubble things on the side of them now that Google's got out there, memorizing the road to replace me. Oh yeah.
That's
especially
cool.
with the protests that just happened. They're like they're going to ramp up the replacing of me.
I'm planning on being a hooker / blacksmith in the post-apocalyptic future. Jesus Christ.
She had too much trust.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
I hate ceiling fans. I'm always getting my hand on the ceiling fan. Like, yeah, you take your shirt off or something like that, and the ceiling fan's like right there, so it's like it hits your arm.
Honda, imagine this is Honda Jr. for a second. Would you be like mad at him, or would you just make that face?
I don't think I have to because Honda Jr. is smarter than that. Both Honda. There's neither Honda Jr. that would do anything like this. So. I don't even think Honda Senior is dumb enough to do it.
Honestly, if I walked in and saw my kid doing that, I'd be like, "Are you mine?" Oh, Jesus. What was that?
A fucking hammer? A stick?
No,
Someone's smoking a stick out?
It's a broom.
Yeah, they kept him out. That's what they should have done at the Capitol. They didn't need guns. They just needed brooms.
Yeah, just shoot him away.
The cleaning lady. No, you cannot come in, no.
Superman, no here. Oh, Jesus.
Oof.
That could have been way worse for him.
Yeah, he didn't get it bad. I wonder how this is going to end. Oh, music. Damn it.
Ouch. Staying alive. Unconscious.
Dude, he like slid on his, he slid on his face. Blah.
He slid a good foot and a half.
Blah.
No longer than that. Jeez, that's more like 5 feet.
Yep. Have you ever done it? Like, everyone used to ride bicycles, right? Like, when you were a kid, everyone had a fucking bicycle.
Yeah.
Yep.
We used to, there's like this big hill in the neighborhood and a little roundabout cul-de-sac thing at the bottom of the hill. And in the middle of that, there was just dirt, right? Like there was like a little circle of fucking pavement or whatever. And the middle was just dirt. So the neighborhood kids would take shovels down there and fucking pile up dirt in the middle and make a big ass jump so you could go up to the top of the hill and fucking ride down the hill as fast as you could, hit that fucking dirt jump, and
what the fuck is that?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
What the fuck was that? So you hit the dirt jump as fast as you possibly can, and if you're good, you land it. If you're not, you wipe out on pavement. Because the fucking dirt jump ends like if you hit it hard enough, you're gonna land in dirt. You're gonna just jump the entire street. But if you didn't hit it good enough, you're like going slow, and then you land and you hit flat fucking pavement. And I did that one time, and the fucking seat went like up my butthole.
Oh. That's why Honda doesn't like the butt sex.
Oh my god!
You just land so hard on that seat that it just compresses things in a way that's not natural. Wasn't as bad though as my brother. My brother fucking did a little move where he was going and he turned the handlebar to like fucking do a move in the air. I'm gonna turn the handlebar like fucking like radical, and then he didn't get it turned back in time. And when it landed, the fucking handlebar stabbed him in the stomach, and he's got a circle fucking scar on his stomach to this day.
Jesus.
Yeah. We were fucking hardcore back then, dude.
Yeah, I just rode bikes around the neighborhood and like shot Nerf guns at people and shit. Typical stuff.
Yeah.
Leo's.
Yeah. That's kind of why I quit mountain biking.
See, I think
what's up, Leo?
Way too many fucking mountain biking to justify mountain.
You're really loud. Hold on.
Oh, yeah?
No, don't do anything. I got you. I got it. There you go. That should be better.
Testing 1 2.
That's better.
Okay.
You know, I like how you're like Dracula and Honda was like having a big apartment earlier.
Yeah.
What was that movie with Eddie Murphy where he was a fucking vampire?
Vampire in Brooklyn.
And he's in the hood in the fucking apartment, and then he like casts all the spells on his apartment to make it look good.
Right. And when you become a vampire, you get a bigger bicock.
That's
and a servant too. You get one of those servant dudes.
Yes. Guillermo. Is it familiar? So they call those.
Bam! Ooh, shit.
Yep. Who's at fault there?
Car, I'm gonna guess.
100%. 100%. The dude on the bike was doing nothing. They're not even going fast. They're just going on a cruise.
He hit him on purpose, it looks like.
Well, it looks like he thought the guy was gonna like go in instead of brake. So he went wide to like avoid him, but then it was too late and he couldn't do anything else.
Why would you assume someone riding on one side of the road is just gonna like switch sides?
I don't know. He freaked out. Bad driver. Get you killed.
When in doubt, stop. People will avoid you if you stop. Like if you're still moving, it's really hard to avoid you.
Josh Taylor says, Tara, what semi do you like best? And do you like manual or automatic?
Manual Kenworth W900.
Damn 4, good buddy. Break the 1.9.
42 there, sir, ma'am. 49ers. I don't know. What do you say on the radio?
Well, it used to be 10-4, good buddy, but good buddy has a different meaning now because, 40 years ago, good buddy was a good buddy, but today, good buddy is a good buddy. No, that's a gay driver.
See, when I used to do construction, we'd have the radios, and you wouldn't say 10-4, you'd say 42. Because they wanted to be backwards. There was this one dude on, like, everyone had a nickname. Dude, it was so fucking funny. Like this one guy was like an Asian guy, so they started calling him Peking because he was Asian, and then they called him Peking Duck. And by the time I started working there, he was just the Duck.
I love that on Frasier. You remember Niles went and like lived at a fucking like bachelor pad or whatever, and they started calling him Niley the Coyote, and then eventually it became the Coyote. Like the same thing, but that's a real fucking story.
And then there was this other dude who was like kind of a wuss about shit. And, like you'd be like, "Hey, go up there and do this thing." They're like, "Oh man, blah blah blah." So they started calling him P-Flap.
I want to show y'all what I was making, but I don't know which direction this camera is going to go if I turn it on.
I think we should make up nicknames for everybody. Like Honda
I've never had a nickname. I've never had the only nickname.
You got one now, Bicock.
The only nickname I've ever had is Honda. Even in football, like everyone had a football nickname. They'd be like, "Come on, Hammer," blah blah blah, and they would just call me by my last name.
Go get him, Nunez.
Yeah, I got the last name thing too. That's what mine was.
First name By, last name Cock.
Yep, that's your new name.
Side by side.
I can't wait to fucking get a shrimping boat and name it the Bicock when we go hunting for Russian gold.
We should rename the channel Bicock Bicock Sci-Fi Cock.
Oh Jesus!
It'll be easier to search. No one has that name. I'm sure that's completely original.
Bicock Saturdays.
Let's Google that just to make sure. Bicock
I think if we're gonna name the shrimp and boat bicock, it has to have twin cannons on the front.
Sci-fi porn. God damn it! Everything's been thought of.
Is it bi sci-fi porn?
The Fertility Monster, best sci-fi porn short film.
Jesus. The internet has everything, Honda.
Well, I think bicock means something else on the internet.
That's probably true.
Are you going to bring your SKS, Matt?
What?
Are you going to bring your SKS?
No. Why would I bring my SKS?
Because, okay, so here's what I was thinking. Why would you bring your SKS? Because I bought an SKS. Why would you bring your Model 10? Because I bought a Model 10. Why would you? So we can.
Dude, you want to bring like fucking 20 guns? Like what the fuck?
Yes, Matt. Load your entire collection in a car and come to Wanamaker.
And then we can bring our Carcanos too.
And we can touch tips together.
And we'll touch tips gingerly.
Model 10s go real well in the market. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you would know, wouldn't you? You fuck ass. It would be great if you could bring one too.
I'll bring my Mosin that self-identifies as an SKS because it has a folding bayonet.
This thing smells weird.
I love the surplus smell of old Russian guns.
It makes my whole safe smell weird. Like you put it in there and you shut the fucking door and you leave it for like a day or two and then you open up the safe again. It's like, whoa.
Cosmoline. Mm.
I kind of want to sell this Romanian M44 and take whatever that money is and spend half of it and get a Russian M44.
Raw Feeding dropped in $5. Says, what does the panel think of a Stevens 320 pump shotgun? Brother-in-law just bought one.
Subject.
Oh my god!
It's a sensitive subject.
This again.
We
sorry to tell you, you should have got a Maverick 88. That's all.
I don't hate this 320, but just for the same money, I'd rather have the Mossberg parts compatibility.
The thing I had with my Stevens is I traded it for a couple other guns, and in a larger trade, and it felt horrible. It felt like I couldn't trust it. That was my problem. I have two Maverick 88s, and they're built very well and they're reliable, but the Stevens 320 it just didn't feel right. And yeah.
Let's pretend for a second that Mosins are still $200. Which would you rather have, a Mosin or Maverick 88?
A Mosin, because they aren't making them anymore, and that would be the smarter buy. Because you can always buy a fucking $200 Maverick 88, but you can't always buy a $200 Mosin. But if the price was always $200, period, and they were always the same price, let's say, I would probably go shotgun because it's more fucking versatile.
Well, that was kind of my thought. Is if you're going to buy this, hey, I'm going to go buy a gun just to have a gun, and that's what you bought because it was cheap. I think you might be better off with the shotgun.
Well, I mean, you can put slugs in it and use it for hunting. You can put fucking birdshot in it and kill birds with it. You can put fucking buckshot in it and defend your home.
Yeah, and
you can reload shells easier. You can fucking do cut shells if you don't have money for slugs and fucking, jerry rig some shit. There's a lot of stuff you can make waxers with fucking out of fucking birdshot and turn them into slugs.
I was searching Mosin videos the other night and I came across Matt fixing Honda's Mosin. I watched that. That gun came out really fucking cool.
Yeah, it did.
That'd be a cool thing to do if you did get a Mosin. Now there's no cheap ones or whatever, but if you could get a cheap one that someone already sporterized.
Dude, that wasn't cheap though to do.
Yeah, but you could do it piece by piece, and once you have the gun, do the scope first, and then maybe do the stock later.
Well, you need to do the bolt first, and then
it depends on how bad the one that you buy is,
Well, no, you need to do the bolt first because you can't put a scope on it unless you do the bent bolt.
But he mounted that scope forward, so you didn't even need the bent bolt.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Okay, fine.
So if you just kept the standard Mosin bolt, that would save you some money. If you kept the standard Mosin stock, that would save you some money. Then all you have to do is buy that scope mount and the pistol scope.
How much do the Stevens 320s go for?
Like $220, I think.
I mean, okay. On the real though, it's not a bad gun, right?
It's not.
I would just rather have a Maverick 88 for like $20 less.
My thing is, I don't know for a fact that the 320 is as bulletproof as the Maverick 88 is. Because the Maverick 88 is basically a Mossberg 500 with a couple of parts omitted. And I would take either one of those guns before the Stevens 320.
People talk shit about the Maverick 88 versus like a 500 versus like a 590 versus whatever, you know?
Yeah.
I have had my Maverick is the longest owning gun that I've had. I have not owned a gun for longer than that. And I've shot it. I've taken it out shooting more than any other gun that I've had in my life. And I've never had a problem with it. So
I always bought a new Maverick 88 and pimped it out for myself, and then eventually was trading guns with somebody, and they liked my Maverick so much that I ended up trading her off, then had to build another one.
I won't ever sell that gun because it's the first gun that I ever bought.
I could see that.
I did saw it down kind of fucking funky though, didn't I?
The first gun I ever bought was a Glock 17 Gen 2, and I bought a Nagant revolver with the money I had left over.
Josh Taylor says, the Wanamaker SKS gang. Would be the Wanamaker SKS Model 10 fucking PCC and Carcano gang.
My SKS is a Mosin Nagant.
Should I bring my bicock with?
Bring the cock on the pie.
I want to see that thing in person.
Of course.
Giggity.
Corey, you're coming?
Hell or high water.
That's a personal question. I mean, I don't know that he wants to answer that right now. You know what I mean?
How does it feel, Corey?
Is it hard?
To come is what I... No, wait. I'm not asking that.
I really wish I could find one of those fucking folding stocks that they were making for the M44s. You remember those? The underfolder AK adapted fucking Mosin stocks?
It'd be funny if you just like cut off the stock flat and then screwed in a piece of Picatinny right there and then put one of those like SIG Picatinny stocks on it, like the folding ones on a Mosin. I would think that was cool.
This is a really nice Romanian one, though. That's like the rarest country. Like, I'd hate to do that to this one.
I want to find a good Russian Mosin.
Dude, anything Russian? That's one thing I'm going to be looking out for at the gun show is anything Russian. If anything's made in Russia, I think it's going to be worth more than it is now.
I really want to sell this Romanian gun and hopefully get enough money to buy a Russian M44 and have cash left over.
Like anything Russian. Doesn't even matter. Like Nagant revolver, Nagant fucking rifle, fucking SKS, whatever.
I have a feeling I'll be able to sell this thing pretty fast in Wanamaker if that's what I decide to do.
I'm actually talking to a guy right now who wants to basically buy my Makarov, and I kind of want his M1A. So,
what's he gonna give you for it?
So if I get the M1A and sell my Maverick, then I can get his Springfield M1A because so that's kind of the deal we got going on right now.
So for a Maverick and a fucking
Makarov
and a Makarov,
what do you get?
That's
$800 worth of gun. You're gonna get $1,600 worth of gun.
Yeah, Springfield M1A. Well, I went and tried shooting it, and it does have. It's not super accurate because it hasn't been seated properly, so it needs to have some gunsmithing. So that's why it's on discount.
But
Daniel says, "Read my last chat, god damn it." Daniel says, E-Honda 420 is gonna get pulled over in his gay man vehicle full of guns on the way to Tulsa and get his ass civil asset forfeiture. Possibly. I was thinking about that. Like, if you get pulled over in Nebraska or in, I guess it'd be Kansas and Oklahoma, do you have to tell them that you have weapons in the vehicle if you have weapons in the vehicle?
Not if they're hidden well enough.
So that's a yes.
They shouldn't have any reason to search your car anyway, though, right?
Exactly, but you are driving in from Colorado, and if you take the route that we were talking about where you don't go through Kansas, that's the weed running route, and maybe they're patrolling that.
Well, I think, honestly, one disadvantage about living in Colorado is anytime you're in any other state and a police officer's behind you, they're going to see your Colorado plate and assume that you might have weed.
Oh, every time I go to Wyoming, it's so annoying. Just every freaking time. I get pulled over and they're like trying to smell, like, can you roll down the window more? You know, bring out a police dog. They find nothing, but it's just, I'm like, I'm here to buy cheap ammo and magazines, you know?
Don't just take a big drag off your dab pen and blow it in his face.
If you're going across like 412 over the top of Oklahoma, and you see a sign that has like, what does it say? I think something like narcotics checkpoint, what have you ahead. Do not take the exit before it because that's where they wait for you. There's no checkpoint. All they do is they put a sign up saying there's a checkpoint ahead, and they watch for people exiting the freeway trying to go around it.
Yeah, they do the same thing at DUI checkpoints too. Like, they're checking people, but they're not really checking. But if you pull up to one and you like do a U-turn real quick, they're pulling your ass over.
Oh, yeah.
That's why the minivan now has those caltrop things that I can drop. So after I turn around and the cop's behind me, I can just drop those and pop tires.
Well, thankfully, I don't have to bring any weed or anything with me because it's legal in Tulsa. So I can smoke before I leave and I can smoke when I get there. It's fine.
Are you counting on me?
Usually.
Okay, we'll have to talk.
You want to see what I made? I kind of overstuffed it. Hold on.
Oh, Gizzard Gary says not in Kansas. So you don't have to say, like, yes, I have guns in the trunk if you get pulled over in Kansas. That's good to know. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Like, there's no reason. Like, I don't have a warrant. My car is completely legal. My fucking insurance is valid. Like, I don't have any fucking crazy shit in my history. It's not like I have like a felony of any kind at any point ever, or even like a charge or anything pending. Like, nothing, dude. So if I do get pulled over, they're just going to be like license and registration, and I'm going to be like, here it is, sir. Sorry I was speeding. Give me my ticket. Goodbye.
Yeah, pretty much.
You could really tell him how he works for you and you pay his salary. They love that.
I pay your salary. You're a lapdog for the establishment, media, corporate overlords of our country that are trying to control us into a one world government technocracy, and you're part of that.
What do you call that when they know nothing's going to stick, but you just get that ride anyways, and you stay the night and they let you go in the morning just to mess with you? That's probably what you would get.
I will not allow you to detain me as a sovereign citizen.
I was just about to say it. Damn it. Damn it.
I was not driving.
I don't need a license because I am a sovereign citizen.
I was traveling.
Excuse me, I am no longer a citizen of United States. I am from Soviet Union and here to take over government.
Where are your nuclear vessels?
Where are your nuclear vessels?
I come here to buy AK.
Nuclear vessels?
Hello, computer.
Hello, computer.
Это очень смешно.
Denounced your citizenship or something.
Доброе утро, comrade.
It would be funny to, like, if I could do a really convincing Russian accent.
Yes.
Every time I get pulled over, just be like, "Yes, comrade. What can I do for you?"
Я могу делать это с тобой, you know.
I am an agent of the state as well.
I mean, if the officer's a redneck, he'll probably believe it still.
I am also agent of state. Yes.
Maybe we work together.
Control.
I am looking for prostitutes and cocaine. Would you like to help me?
I see an American movie.
If y'all do that, just record it so we can all enjoy it.
I'm supposed to ask for snow bunnies, but I do not know what they are.
What is snow bunny? I know what snow cricket is, but snow bunny?
No.
Snow bunny was a really cool lot lizard out at the TA West Ontario about 20 years ago. But she would ride in a truck from like there to Vegas to I think Phoenix, and then she would go back. But she was kind of cool.
I prefer the term Mayo monkey.
Do you still have it?
Oh,
I am looking for a female male monkey, yes?
Yes, male monkey preferred only.
Commercial buffalo.
Those monkeys go after your penis. You know that, right?
Yeah, those Mayo monkeys go after your penis pretty bad sometimes.
They do. Yeah, and here's the thing. Here's the thing, because like those were that's the same breed that started getting trained in like the 1940s and 50s to like do office work. You know, they put them in the fucking the pool. You know, before they started letting women work, they would put them in the work pool, and they would train them how to use like, you know, typewriters and shit like that and all that kind of stuff. But then women started working, and so like that kind of fucked everything up, and so they kicked out all these monkeys. But the monkeys like kept training their kids and grandkids or whatever to do the stuff. So what happens is when the monkey goes after your penis, he's got like a whole ream of paper. And so he liked to take one sheet at a time.
That was such a stretch. That was such a stretch, man. My gosh. I was riding that horse in the desert like 3 miles long. And finally we got to the water.
It was sounding almost racist for a moment, but I'm glad it didn't go that way.
No, I was just getting to a paper cut penis joke. So.
Yeah. I see where you went.
You know, you start at the tip and just work it like a bandsaw down the length of the shaft.
That was a long way to the well, wasn't it? I just had everybody going for a while. It was like, oh, where's this going? Let's see what we got. Okay, all right. Office work, women, yes.
Monkeys, okay, weird.
Paper cut penis, what?
Yes. Matt, seriously, what guns are you bringing to Wanamaker?
Well, I'm bringing my carry guns, which is the 3 that I rotate through, just so that I have options throughout the days. What I want to carry. I was thinking about an open carry gun, but I don't really know. I don't know if I want to open carry in Oklahoma. Like I do it in Texas, no problem, because
people do it here all the time.
You're bringing the Streebog, right?
Well, yeah, I'm bringing a Streebog. I was thinking about either bringing for like an open carry gun, either my 1911 or my Judge. I love carrying my Taurus Judge. It's just because it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. It's just a ridiculous gun to fucking carry. That's what I carried to the last rally I went. The last couple rallies I went, I carried my fucking Judge.
I'm gonna carry my Mosin Nagant.
Well, there you have it. Just carry the Judge.
Yeah, I would feel more comfortable carrying the Judge because my 1911 is really fucking nice.
Don't you not like the fact that your Judge can be, you know, outranked by a governor?
I don't give a shit.
I like the governor so much better, man. I couldn't own the Taurus.
Same fucking gun. It's the exact same.
Yeah, but he gets 6 shots, and it takes 45 auto too.
So in the documentary,
but you can get a Judge that does the exact same thing. I just got the standard public defender. That's the thing. The governor comes in one version. The Judge comes in like fucking 15.
The one version they make is the one I like, though.
Well, that's fine. You can get a Taurus Judge that's exactly the same.
Yo, did the governor carry a governor?
Like Yankees got that one.
No, the governor carried a Beretta at 92.
He should have carried a fucking governor.
I remember him distinctly. Maybe that's for a pistol, but I remember him shooting an AUG at one point.
He shot an AUG with the wrong eye.
Yeah, he shot an AUG at the prison.
That's right. He did with the patch eye. He was fucking holding the.
Hey boys, cover me. I need a minute. I need a minute. Cover me.
He shot the jail guy. What was it? Otis? Not Otis. Otis was the fat guy who shot Carl. Axel. He shot Axel in the head with like a one shot with his patch eye. That was funny. But then
the governor even out when during that season?
Yes.
The Taurus? Okay.
Yeah, because that was season 2 and season 3, and that would be.
Oh, the Judge came out like what?
12 and
2008, 2009.
Yeah, it was out.
Walking Dead didn't start till 2011. So.
Okay.
Yeah, because it wasn't competing with the Chiappa Rhino at that point in time when it first came out.
The Chiappa Rhino wasn't even out at that point.
Oh, okay. All right. I just remember something
when did Chiappa Rhino come out? 2013, 2014?
Yeah.
How
is
the judge?
Oh no, wait. The governor's
and the first couple of years, nobody fucking heard of it. Nobody knew what the fuck it was.
How is a judge competition for a Chiappa Rhino?
It was basically when I was going to like gun shows and like people were just like I was kind of debating at a few different tables with some of my
they're
gun
both
buddies.
weird, useless revolvers.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much what the debate was. So it was just
Governor Smith and Wesson, right? Is it
the Governor Smith and Wesson? The judge is Taurus. Yeah,
Taurus. Okay.
Yeah. So that's where that debate was.
So that stock I was talking about for the Mosin and the Gaunt, you can still get those apparently. The folding stock. I don't know if I should get one of those or not.
No, leave it like it is, man. It looks good. You've got an original stock.
You should bring yours.
Well, you can have both.
Ooh.
What is it? My fucking Model 10. Why do I want to bring my Model 10?
That's beautiful.
We're gonna go shooting, Matt. Don't you want to shoot stuff?
I'm not taking half my fucking guns, man. I'm just not. I'm taking a handful of them, and that's it. That fucker's loaded, isn't it?
Yeah, and my finger's not on the trigger, is it?
I don't keep my. No, I don't give a shit. You're pointing at a fucking camera. All you're gonna do is piss off your neighbors. I don't give a fuck. I don't even keep mine loaded because it's not a go-to
I look
gun.
back at my phone and he's pointing a gun at me.
Oh, no!
Matt, you should bring a Tokarev and a Makarov.
The only toke I've got is that M70A, which is 9.
Yeah, that'd be cool though. I have 9.
Yeah, that's the only toke I've got, which is a nice gun, but it's not 7.62.
I ended up with the Mosin because the guy I was messaging about the Tokarev had already sold it. And I was like, hey, what else you got?
The Taurus Judge was introduced in 2006. I didn't realize it was that old. Jesus.
Yeah, I thought it was 2008, but yeah. Oh, it's even older than I thought. Yeah, it's been around a while, dude.
Yeah. Don't play darts with drunk women.
So y'all are wanting everybody to bring a bunch of guns. Who's supplying the ammo? Is it going to be Ray since it's his home state?
No, everybody brings your own ammo. But like, if you have something weird, like at least bring enough ammo that people could like buy a box or whatever. If you're gonna like do that, but like honestly, Honda and I are bringing stuff that's like 9 and 38 and shit, right? Like,
yeah, I don't think I'm bringing anything other than 938 and 556. Because I'm bringing my AR, my cool AR with my Echo trigger. I'm bringing my PCC with the Echo trigger. I'm bringing my 1022 with an Echo trigger, just because I'm cool like that. I'm one of the cool kids who has 3.
I do want to shoot your 1022 with the Echo trigger for sure.
That one, it's actually the Franklin, so it's not as good. It's not as good. It's not nearly as reliable either, and it kind of sucks because you have to
as a 22 though.
Well, you have to be very deliberate with the trigger because if you just go too quick, it'll fucking outrun the bolt, and you'll have a dead trigger with a live round.
I had the Franklin triggers in my ARs, so I'm pretty familiar.
But if you get the rhythm down, it's really fun. You can get it into a rhythm where it's like.
I saw that thing and instantly I was like, I want one of those, but I'm not spending money on 22s now because the world's in it.
I still think like shit hits the fan, like world-ending scenario. 22 is still one of the most useful fucking rounds that you can have a gun, handgun and rifle.
I've got a takedown 22 rifle stashed, and I want to get like a 22, like a Ruger Wrangler, but I don't want to spend money on a 1022 right now, especially not one that's semi-automatic, fully automatic, whatever you want to call binary.
What about the CMMG 22 LR conversion bolt and magazines?
I've always thought like those probably don't run very well.
They run pretty good actually.
Yeah.
So would it be worth getting one?
What?
So would it actually be worth getting it?
Yeah, like they all really work. At least the CMMG one was. I say all. There's like a couple of different brands of those things, and the original like Colt made ones work, and the CMMG made ones are like as good or better than the Colts.
Yeah, I was looking around at them. That's one of those things that's like kind of on the list. But I'm also right now suppressor shopping as well.
My thing with that is, if you have an AR, you have a 22 caliber rifle that can fit into a magazine pouch with that conversion.
Yeah, exactly. That was kind of the adaptability
cool.
of it.
It is cool. I'm not
I
saying
have
it's
that
not.
conversion kit. It works pretty good. At first, it didn't seem to hold back when the magazine got empty, but now it does. But as far as running the CMMG, it runs good. But they have like 2 different magazines for it. I think one's 20 and one's 25 round.
For me, I would get like the conversion bolt, a magazine, and like a couple of things like CCI mini mags, and just shove all of that into a M16 mag pouch. And then you have like a small game hunting thing for your AR that fits on a belt.
All right, we got to do a toast real quick. Anyone got any streams, sites of the game? Didn't drop in a super chat, but he did say, "Can I get a shout out from my gran? She is 3 years off crack. I'm really proud of her." You know, just want to say cheers to gran. It's a really big step getting off of the crack cocaine, and you know we're all very proud of you. It's very forward thinking to do that kind of thing, and it's very admirable that Gran got off the crack and does not indeed smoke crack anymore. Here's to Gran. Cheers.
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 Okay, did y'all see that Tesla jump from all the different angles?
Cheers.
No, I only saw it from one. There's more.
There's more. Check this out. This is a whole video.
Jesus.
A bunch of people had their cell phones out. Watch this.
What in the redneck bullshit is this?
Right about now, that's when the Duke boys had got a bit of a pickle.
It landed.
That's when Duke and Ray.
Dude, they're just like, oh my fucking god.
Didn't it land on a garbage can or?
No, it landed on the bumper.
Yeah.
Did you see that shit? Watch. It lands on this fucking bumper.
Honestly, I think Elon Musk should give this dude a free Tesla because, like, this is some free advertising right here.
Fuck.
Damn.
That's like stuff we would have done growing up, like steer wrestling off the side of a pickup. That's got to be rednecks.
No, it's
How
got to
fuck
be
was the driver?
rich-ass fucking California kids whose parents have a fuck ton of money, and they're like 18, 20 years old. Mom gave them a fucking Tesla, and they're like, I'm bored on a Friday night. What do you guys want to do? Hey, let's take it to that hill and jump it.
This looks like San Francisco with that big ass.
Yeah, that's
hill.
exactly where it's at. It's got to be.
Like, there's a hill like this in Tulsa, so it could be like a hill anywhere, right? But that really does.
This is from inside.
No, they're going down to see the thing. This is after it's wrecked. They're going down to find it.
San Francisco is nothing but hills. It's like up, down, and you got wires over the top you think you're going to take out with your trailer.
Up, down, left, right, A,
What I'm
B,
saying
select,
is,
start.
What I'm saying is Honda can take his RAV4 off the big hill in Tulsa if he wants to.
Yeah, that's exactly what I really hope that I break my car when I'm 800 miles away from home. That's going to be great. It's exactly what I want.
Exactly where it was, because it looked more like the hill overlooking LA.
Is that a huge airbag that went off inside the fucking Tesla? Did you see that?
All the way around. It's all the way around it.
Like Demolition Man?
It's like Demolition Man.
Yeah, there's a whole
like
airbag. It fills the whole damn car.
That's why I was asking how fucked was the driver.
Like there's airbags everywhere.
I think he's safe. I think he's safe.
So. Oh well.
Jesus.
Damn.
So Duke, at least your Tesla had airbags.
I mean, it was all right. You know, we got a lot going. Things are going well.
Things did not go as planned, but I'm alive.
I mean, you know, you get a new kid, you get a new Tesla. Things are happening.
Do you guys ever watch the Isle of Man TT race?
Yep.
I do too, and here's why. Because shit like this happens every year, and some dude dies. I don't know I think this guy lived, actually.
Jesus.
But he went off the road going like 120 right there. And it's like a racetrack, but it's not, because it's just the regular roads. So like a racetrack would have like a nice like embankment with soft rocks that you can, like that loose gravel that slows you down, and then fucking like hay bales and shit. Like here, it's like, no, that's just like a sheep field.
Yeah, say the island NTT is literally a road that goes around the entire island, and they shut it down for the races every year.
It's really fucking cool. And like those dudes hit like top speeds of like almost 200 miles. It's like 200 miles an hour is what they hit, just about.
They
6 or something.
I'm trying to remember. They broke the record last year.
Oh Jesus!
On
Not
what?
only did they break the record, they just regular sport bikes.
No. Like what bike did it?
Oh shoot! You'd have to ask that. I want to say
was it an H2?
No, I want to say it was a BMW, but I can't remember 100%.
S1000, yeah, I bet it. Yeah, I bet you're right. Actually, those things are insane. Those are like $60,000 bikes if you buy a new.
Yeah, they're friggin' nuts.
Hey Duke, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What kind of music do you usually have here?
I usually listen to the old Johnny Cash. I listen to some jazz, some old school jazz.
God damn it!
Do you listen to Frank Sinatra?
I do.
The Blues Brothers quote. You didn't get it. God damn it!
Oh, we have both kinds, country and western.
Country and western. Oh, sorry. Hey, I'm awake. You got to give me credit.
That's like, true. You're awake. It's almost 10 out of 10. Almost midnight. So
rolling.
Hey Duke. You want an orange whip?
Orange whip.
3 orange whips.
I did that. I did that at work last night, or not last night. Last night I was at work. These dudes were like sitting at this table forever. They ordered like a fuck ton of drinks, but at one point they were like, "Hey, I want to like whiskey ginger," and then another dude was like whiskey ginger, and another dude was like whiskey ginger. And I go orange whip,
3 orange whips.
3 orange whips.
All right, I gotta go.
See ya.
I've got an argument to get to. So
nice.
Get him.
Heck
Well,
yeah!
Remember, there's always makeup sex.
Oh yeah.
Literally what I was gonna say.
Catch you later.
Angry, vigorous lesbian makeup sex.
Scissor me angry.
I heard that shit lasts for hours. I was like, that's insane.
Yes, it does.
Lesbian sex?
Yeah.
Yeah, my ex and her new girlfriend told me. I was like, it's no one, because for months I was hearing them complain about how they hadn't done anything in like 3 months. I'm like, if you're complaining that you haven't had sex in 3 months and she's complaining that you haven't had sex in 3 months, pretty sure you guys should just give in and fucking scissor already. Which they're like, we don't fucking scissor. I'm like, you're lesbians. What else do you do? You know, because it gets under their skin. Actually, at Halloween, they were like, you want to come carve pumpkins with us and do the whole big family thing? Sure. So I
is that a euphemism? That's what I'd say.
Yes.
So I carved scissors into my pumpkin.
I've seen lesbian sex that lasted 2 days before. So there's that.
I feel like it's mostly foreplay.
It's their base.
It's what you would consider foreplay, yes.
It's female edging is what it is.
I was like, at some point, they're like, well, when I'm in the mood, he's not in the mood, and when she's in the mood, I'm not in the mood. I'm like, just fucking take one for the team, and one of you friggin' give in. They're like, well, the thing is, it takes hours. I'm like, what?
I'll like it right after. Oh man, that guy.
He almost lost his fucking legs.
I know. I'm just like watching it, like in horror.
Well, that's women for you.
That's what happens when you ride a motorcycle in India and you have an IQ of 38.
Yeah.
How it looks like he wrecked on the other side.
No, he laid the bike down like right on the tracks and then got off the bike and like there's the tracks. His front tire's over, his back tire's not, and he jumps out of the way.
No,
he thought he could make it and he didn't, so he dumped it.
All right, hold on, real quick. What's? Oh shit! That was not cool.
Wow, that dude's lucky. There's a lot of dash cams in Russia.
Yeah, it's their insurance, their auto.
Not insurance.
Blat. What does that mean? That's something.
Fuck.
They always say that when they're fucking shit up. They're like blat.
Yeah, it's like it just means fuck. It's like TBI is like fuck you.
What does sin sukum sin mean?
Son of a bitch.
What does sim salabim mean?
That means it's Johnny Quest is needs help.
Okay. No, that's cool, isn't it?
No, Sim Salabim is what Raj or whatever his name was from Johnny Quest. Haji.
Who is
I forget the name of
Ali Ababwa?
Sim Zaladim.
What is Sibalinga? Bring back to us. Sibalinga, bring back to us. What is that from?
You will bring back the Shivalinga.
The Sibalinga.
The Shivalinga.
Fortune and glory, Dr. Jones. Fortune and glory.
Kalima.
What state is everybody from?
Coors.
I know. Yeah, you're Coors. I didn't know Sonic was from Oklahoma.
Yep.
I got Dr. Pepper, obviously. Let's see what you got. You got GM up there. They're in Michigan. There too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that Whataburger was from either North Texas or Oklahoma, wasn't it?
Well, it's North Texas. The first Whataburger is around Dallas. The very first one.
I got cat.
My grandparents used to lease a cabin on Grand Lake in Oklahoma to the people that started Whataburger. Cool. Every time we eat there, I get to hear about it.
Barbecue. Where are you from? I forget. You told me before, and I always fucking forget.
PA. I think it's
Hershey's. Oh, that's.
You got the squirts, man.
Yep.
Squirts.
All right. Well,
should be Yingling, damn it.
These are supposed to just be weird maps. I don't know what they fucking mean. Oh, frequency of red hair. So here's where all the fucking no-sold people live.
Thanks.
Here
Fuck you.
and in the middle of Russia.
Thank you.
Mostly here in Russia.
So I have some red hair. It's like I have a few red strands intermixed in blonde, and I don't know where that shit comes from. I'm part soulless, I think is what that means.
I think those hairs going to just turn gray.
The fuck is this?
No.
Oh, this is Pangea. That's weird looking shit.
Well, the pinnacle redhead is back.
America's tiny compared to
this.
Yeah,
it is. Just right here. What is this?
It gets bigger when you Mercator project.
Wait, what is this? Most common surnames in Europe.
Smith. Guarantee mine's not on there. Anywhere.
Yeah.
See, they kind of blur.
Ivanov.
I don't even see. I don't know. My grandmother's from around here. We're around from here somewhere, right?
Yep.
Just around the Black Sea. Somewhere. I don't know. Her.
It's like the other side of the mountains from Italy.
Yeah. So my grandmother's maiden name was legitimately Cossack.
What I see when I see that the last
that was
name
her
in England
fucking last name before she got married.
The last name in England is Smith. I think that's funny because that means that all the blacksmiths were just doing all the fucking apparently.
Montgomery is a maiden name of my mother. My grandparents were the Montgomerys.
The name for beer.
My great grandparents were all Liviseys, Henrys, Browns, and forget the last one.
And penis.
That's a good one.
Edwards. That's it.
Countries
Edwards.
with the most tourists. Well, pretty much us and China are the most.
China has tourists?
Apparently. Then they put them in camps and they're called weird.
Yeah, they're all from like North Korea.
I think America and Chinese people exchange tourists a lot because they want to see, what the others like, right?
Doesn't China buy a lot of women from North Korea because they don't have enough women?
Okay, so this map is incredibly racist. The most attractive people in Europe are mostly in what this is Sweden. So that's just saying white people are the most attractive.
No, they're saying big-titted white girls with blonde hair and blue eyes are attractive.
White people are the most attractive.
Symmetry.
That's what I'm saying. That's just saying. This is a racist map. European citizens who consume most alcohol. Anybody surprised Russia's number one?
No.
I feel like the reason why that is, though, is because, like, if you're from Sweden and you're from Norway, like that area, your ancestors were fucking who?
Vikings.
Vikings, yes. And what did Vikings do? They would go around to other areas and invade and steal, like, the hottest bitch from the fucking village and take her back to Viking land and make a million babies with her.
Uh-huh.
It's the same principle.
The American dream,
every society did that. The difference is that Sweden and the Nordic areas have been so homogenous for fucking over 1,000 years,
so
that nothing has changed.
Here is our plan B, Honda.
Well,
Russian oligarch boats have to have like hot Russian bitches on them, right? Like we'll free them, and then they'll like you so much that like we'll get you a Russian bride,
or we'll just like. What's it called when you take a prisoner and eventually they start liking you because they identify with you? Yeah, you just got to Stockholm some bitches. That's what you got to do.
I think if you rescue them from the Russian billionaire, they'd probably just be grateful.
So this is how autocomplete describes each European country, where you say, why is X so... We got Iceland is peaceful. France is gay. Why is France so gay? I'm just throwing it out there. Why is Italy so racist? Why is most of the countries that I'm from poor? Why is Russia so big? The fucking Nordic areas have rich, happy, and smart.
Man, all the Nordic.
Germany has rich. Spain has empty.
Well, you see, kids, Germany is rich because when you melt the gold out of people's teeth, it's a really good way to get money for a while.
Apparently.
Africa has expensive, dangerous, and cheap.
What part of Africa is it? That's not because fucking Egypt's over here.
So that's Morocco, Algeria, and
Libya, yeah, those countries are a little more pricey. Different time zones from Antarctica.
Morocco is really expensive because there's like a king that's run it since forever. It's like a royal family still, so it's like a really stable state compared to a lot of shit down there.
What is this?
It says 2% of all Australian population live within this region. What region?
You have a big empty desert in the middle.
The big middle part.
That only two. I think this is wrong because that's not true. 2% of all Australian population live. I think it's 92%. If I remember right, 92% of all the Australians.
It's saying 0.2%.
Oh, you're talking about in this star. I thought it was pointing to the outside.
Yeah, 98% lives in the white area.
Okay, that makes more sense.
2% lives in the yellow.
Read that completely fucking wrong.
Yep.
People aged 25 to 34 in Europe who live with their parents.
Jesus.
A lot of people in Greece, man. Which country is this?
Look at the countries where everybody's happy and sexy. They're all living with their parents.
No, less of them live with their parents. The greener it is, the less they live with their parents.
Wrong?
I forget what country that is.
It's right south of Poland.
The key to being sexy and happy is to not live with your parents, according to this.
Is that Belarus?
No, Belarus is up here. That's
which
Belarus
one is
That's Czech Republic.
This is Poland.
Oh, it's Czech Republic.
Right,
that's
Czech
Poland.
Republic. Okay.
That's Czech Republic.
Yeah. All right. Number of beers minimum wage will get you across Europe. Jesus Christ. Spain 388.
See this shit.
Germany 521 beers. So in Germany, you can get over 500 beers for minimum wage. Oh, monthly. That's if you spend your entire month's wage on
beer.
So if you work full time for a month at minimum wage,
you can buy 521
That's how many beers you
Germany.
can buy in a month in 4 weeks.
That feels low to me.
Yeah,
500 beers. Yeah, seriously.
That doesn't feel like a lot. I mean, it's a lot of beer, but like for what you would make in a month, I'm like,
look at
How much
Ireland.
does a beer cost?
Ireland 833.
I guess maybe if they're talking about like buying a beer at a bar.
That's what I was about to ask.
Where it's more, because I'm like, if I go to the store, I can buy more than 521 beers in a month.
You're making me want a beer right now.
Jesus.
By the way,
autocomplete describes different American states. The United States is Texas on fire. That makes no fucking sense.
What is Oklahoma?
Florida closed.
Okay.
Oklahoma's
that doesn't make
closed.
sense.
What's Colorado say?
For hustlers?
Yeah, well, that's accurate.
What was it saying about Texas on fire?
I don't know. It just says on fire. If you search for Texas, the autocomplete describes Texas as on fire. I don't know why. We don't.
There's actually up here by me. There's a big old wildfire going on right now. That's real close to my sister-in-law.
That happens so little. Why would we be described like that?
I think that this was made within the last week or so.
Maybe.
What does Illinois say?
Illinois says bankrupt.
Oh, okay.
What's Pennsylvania say?
Yeah, seems about right.
Pennsylvania says racist.
Google Texas is.
Let's see.
The first thing that pops up for me is Texas is what time zone?
I don't know.
Let me try on mine.
Louisiana is sinking. California is broke.
So
Wyoming is not real.
Mine
I thought that was Iowa. Oh wait, no, Iowa is too white.
My Google Honda says Texas is the reason.
Oh, that's changing for Iowa.
Is you. We really have to tell Night Strike this because South Carolina is so gay.
What?
South Carolina is so gay.
That's how we know.
Gay hotspot in Charleston.
Yeah, that's where Night Strike goes cruising.
Yeah.
Like how many gay clubs are there in Charleston?
New Jersey is a dump.
New Jersey is a dump.
Delaware is awesome.
What's Maryland?
Maine is, or not Maine. Massachusetts is killing me. Or no, that's New York. Sorry, New York is killing me.
Oh, well, that seems about right.
Kansas is flatter than a pancake. Nebraska is boring. Utah is not Utah. What is that?
I don't know if this
Utah.
tells us
Utah
anything
is
about
weird.
these states, or if this is about the person who typed this into Google.
I have no idea. Arizona is racist. Alaska is melting, and New Mexico is stretching. What does that even fucking mean?
I don't know.
New York is stretching.
What does Texas is the reason mean?
I don't know. I have no idea. But Missouri is listed as the worst state. So I don't whatever that's worth.
Is this just labels that he made up, or is this shit that really came from Google?
Know.
I've been to Missouri. I can confirm it's not a great place.
No, it's not.
Well, my bug out location is in Missouri.
Tennessee is apparently nice, but it ain't Texas. So, I mean, there you go. All right. Most listened to artists in each state. Okay, so Lord
Lady
is
Gaga,
Colorado.
Texas.
No,
wait, what?
Drake.
What? Lord? Really?
Lord.
I like Lord.
In Colorado.
Macklemore and Lewis dominate the Midwest, apparently.
Drake is Texas and Oklahoma. Jesus Christ, Drake is fucking all over the South.
Jay-Z is all over the South, too.
Well, Jay-Z's got
Midwest.
East and South.
And Midwest.
Yeah.
Certain ethnicity really likes Drake, apparently.
North Dakota likes Eminem.
Maryland likes That's not North Dakota. That's North Dakota and also Maryland. Maryland likes Eminem.
What's Montana?
South Dakota.
Montana is Macklemore and Ryan Lewis.
I don't even know who
Ryan
that is.
Lewis. I know who Macklemore is.
You were just singing their song the other day, Thrift Shop.
I know.
That was like 10 years
does
ago.
Macklemore even still do any? I don't
$20 in my pocket.
That's who that is?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He was like 10 years ago. Like, that has to be an old map.
Okay, so
Tennessee?
Tennessee is Jay-Z.
Wow.
Also holding on to the past.
7 deadly sins map in accordance with American states.
Oh,
so
please.
greed. Oh wow, this is fucking tiny, man.
I want lust. Give me lust.
Lust is not your area. Your area would be pride and wrath and envy.
Wrath we definitely have. We are
pride,
very
wrath, and
people.
pride, wrath, and envy are all in the Tulsa area. My area of Texas is primarily pride, wrath, and envy. Jesus Christ. Colorado is greed, envy. Your area of Colorado is greed and envy. So you're greedy and you're envious.
What about lust?
Lust is nowhere near any of us. That's
What about
mostly in the South. Mostly in the South.
Like it's in Colorado, dude.
What?
I can't tell. Sloth looks like that's in Colorado.
Sloth, there's a little bit, but it's mostly northwestern Colorado.
There's a little pink spot right where Denver is. It's like the Denver.
That's not Denver. That's still in the
Colorado
mountains.
Springs.
Denver's a little further east of that.
It's too tiny. I can't see.
I know it's fucking incredibly tiny.
It's right in the center, Honda, and it's about as long as it is from Colorado Springs to Denver.
I see Chicago has greed.
So it's like a big penis from Colorado Springs to Denver?
Yeah.
Ooh, copper. 99% pure.
Here, look.
I thought I had copper penny.
Sloth, right in the middle of the state. Can you see that?
Oh, that's like the south part of the... Oh, yeah, that's
directly center of Colorado is where that is.
Kind of where Denver is. Kind of.
Denver's a little more east of that, isn't it?
No,
Denver's,
it's not. It's dead center, basically.
Yeah, it's a little east, but it's kind of in the center.
Because I feel like I can get to Kansas from Denver a hell of a lot quicker than I can get to fucking Utah.
That's because
by a couple hours.
Driving through
No,
the
I
mountains,
mean Utah takes about 3 hours. Kansas takes about 2.5.
Yeah, and you're driving around mountain bends and things like that on I-70.
I don't know, man.
I mean, Utah might be 4 hours if it's trafficy.
Or the weather.
Or
Social
weathering.
networks, 2009
It might be
2009
like 10 hours. Like
versus 2012.
You don't drive on I-70 when it's snowing. Not because
I
you
don't
can't
think
make
that's
it, but because other people can.
Yep.
I don't know what any of this shit is. What is concocte?
VK is Slavic social media that's really popular in Russia, Ukraine, and other Eastern European countries.
Odnoklassniki.
Odnoklassniki.
Qzone and Klub.
Klub is
apparently is it's great and Qzone is apparently China. Oh, now we've got if Facebook just stayed. It's still the majority, but not as much.
Dude, I don't even use Facebook anymore. We were talking about this last night.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so over fucking stupid Facebook shit.
I signed
anytime that I like post anything like remotely political, I get a bunch of people from my past, like high school, college, friends from work, who were like, "Oh, well, you didn't know that actually Trump said this, so you're wrong."
That's why you make a second page.
Like, why am I even fucking talking to you? Oh, because I'm on Facebook. Right. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to go there anymore.
You know what? I made a second Facebook page to say all my political stuff, and all my friends from the first one is trying to follow me on that one. I was like, no, you don't want to be on this page. Trust me.
No, it's terrible, especially now that people are like, "Oh, the Hunter Biden laptop turns out to be true." Yeah, gee, thanks. Where's the apology from like a year ago?
Right.
It turns out everything we said for the last couple of years pretty much is true.
You need to stop saying things, please.
90%.
Well, they've got to the point where anytime the media says anything at all, I'm like, okay, what's the spin? What's the angle? What's the truth? Because you're not telling me the truth. So what is it that you're trying to fucking get me to do? And what is it that's actually going on? Because this isn't true.
Dude, did you see that video that Joe Rogan put up? It was a segment of him and Mike Baker talking. It was just about Russia and Ukraine.
Yeah, and he was like rambling on and on, wasn't saying anything.
Yeah, he's like ex-CIA dude or whatever.
Yeah.
And like he pretty much said what Honda and I have concluded about Putin and Ukraine and all that bullshit. I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah.
Again, dude, I think it's a grand chessboard. There's probably the players that we think are the players are not the players. There's people who are playing for 2 teams or 1 team or 3 teams. Like, I don't know what's going on, dude, but
there's at least 16
told. What we're being told is not the truth. Like, what is being put in front of you in the media is being put there to manipulate you, to get you to have some sort of a reaction to that fucking stimulus that's going to get you to do a thing, right? And they want enough people doing that thing that it makes a difference and they can fucking, continue their plan. I don't even fucking trust Fox News or any media, any of them, none of them.
I said the only reason I trust Tucker Carlson is because he's saying shit against what everybody else is saying consistently.
Yeah, and maybe there's something to that, like maybe he is actually trustworthy, maybe not though. Maybe
I don't.
Part of what he does is probably fucking for an agenda, and he might not even know it.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I look at it as like it's all just a controlled op. I mean, like you have oppositional, you have mainstream news like CNN, MSNBC, and stuff like that. Then you have the oppositional partisanship with like Fox or Newsmax or whatever. And then it's like I look at it as controlled like opposition. You know, kind of like the NRA is supposed to be like this gun rights group, right? But in fact, they've been behind the largest amount of gun control backhand deals, or not even doing anything. When in fact it's just like a controlled organization.
For a long time, it was illegal in the United States to government pay for media to propagandize. It was illegal. Do you know when they legalized that?
2008?
2001.
Oh, 9/11. Okay.
Yeah, it was part of the initial fucking Department of Homeland Security, fucking all that bullshit, you know?
I figured it was either that or when the financial crisis happened and we damn near had a fucking collapse and Great Depression.
And you know when internet control of speech started?
Same time?
No.
It was 2010.
When did you start not making as much money on YouTube all of a sudden, Matt?
2017.
2017.
Is that we're doing the first adpocalypse?
The first adpocalypse was in 2014, and then it really hit again.
But they were for two different reasons.
Yeah, they were.
That's when they realized that they couldn't get straight up control off the bat passed, because in America we have freedom of speech, and most of these companies are based in America, right?
Dude,
but they went the backdoor method of, well, we're a private entity and we can pay people what we pay them. And we're going to decide to pay this group less based upon these reasons that we're going to justify. And then that turned into, oh, well, us as advertisers have the ability to say, we don't like that you're advertising our product on this video. Therefore, you can demonetize all of these people based upon political speech, based upon like content about guns, based upon whatever it is, right? And then you can also upvote a bunch of other people. So you're actually controlling what people see by the algorithm putting certain things more in front of people instead of others, and down fucking grading other people so that you'll never find them if you're not looking for them, you know? And that's how it's been since then.
I mean, that started with the Steven Crowder thing, where, I mean, where it really kicked off, right? Where him and that guy from Vice News or whatever, like, he complained to YouTube and they changed all the rules.
Well, I mean, YouTube was built on the backs of people like Matt and other people who've been making YouTube videos forever that made popular videos and interesting content and like useful information on a video format so that you could go there and you could look up like how to fix your fucking car or whatever it is, right? And it wouldn't be the site that it is. It wouldn't have the traction and the fucking like the number of people who go through it that it does unless it had that history of fucking work that people put into it. And they put that work into it based upon this presupposition that it was a place for free speech to flourish, where you can have a voice too, right? And now it's like, well, it's got to be a corporate message in order to be upvoted. Otherwise, you'll never be found. And if you disagree with this or that, we're going to terminate your channel forever. Like, think about how many people got their shit banned forever for talking about like 2020 fucking election stuff, or Hunter Biden fucking laptop stuff, or COVID misinformation stuff that ended up being information stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like, and that's all that, every little bit of that is government control. And then there's also the chilling effect that happens with that, where like Honda's got a YouTube channel and he wants to talk about edgy things, right? But I don't want to lose my YouTube channel, so I don't want to be too edgy. So I got to like stay within the lane and make sure that we don't talk about this stuff. And like, if we do, we got to use a code word. It's like fucking bullshit, dude. This is America. That's supposed to be fucking freedom of speech that we're supposed to have. And it's not supposed to be a fucking right that a government entity or a private corporation can take away from you.
Yeah, because it's a license. It's a privilege.
The anti-Honda agenda.
Well, and the thing is, though, like, one of my favorite YouTubers got completely nuked, and he's really popular, a gun guy. I mean, sure, you guys know of him, P80 Ralph. He had millions of followers, and he was just showing tutorials on like how to make the best.
Know who that is.
Oh, he basically started off with just doing, showing tutorial videos on just how to, mill them out, but make that, your P80 Glock or AR lower, how to make them perfect and really simple.
In the world that we're living in now, that dude is going to end up being charged with the spreading of illegal information.
Yeah, so his stuff is now on Odyssey. Odyssey is based off a blockchain, so unlike YouTube where they can just remove your channel or video.
I'm serious. The changes that they made to ITAR a few years ago made it illegal to spread what they consider to be classified information or sensitive information. And some of that kind of shit, they're going to use ITAR by labeling it as such to go after it.
Wow.
Like, I guarantee you, he's probably going to end up in federal prison over that shit.
Well, I mean, there's so many channels that were doing it too. It's like the deterrence dispensed people, the control view,
The defense distributed people are already ending up in prison.
Did you guys
shit
at all, or are you just not watching?
We're watching. What is up with like the baby running shit?
I'm guessing methamphetamines.
She's like pulling her bra off or some shit.
Yeah, she's ditching the meth. Now she's carjacking somebody with a baby.
Why does people leave their doors unlocked while they're driving?
If someone runs up to my car holding a baby, I might lock my door. I don't know if it's not locked already.
Well, it depends. Like, if they look like a meth head, I'm locking the door. If it's like a cute girl holding a baby, I might actually like at least talk to her through the locked window.
Like, I mean, but when you get in your car, don't you automatically lock your doors?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, half of the cars do it automatically today.
I don't.
I don't do that. But if someone's walking up beside my car, I'll do I'll power lock it real quick.
I kind of figure anyone who's stupid enough to jump in a car with me is just gonna get what they get.
How old are you guys' cars? Because the last car that I bought brand new was a 2014 Chevy Cruze, and as soon as you put that thing in drive, it just automatically locks the doors.
My Toyota was that way. Right now, I'm driving a POS Honda van though. So
nice. Mine's a fleet vehicle, so everything is manual, windows, like locks, all that.
That's what my Silverado is.
Yeah, so it's a Ford Ranger. It just is a Gen 3 Ford Ranger.
Yep.
So I actually like the fact that it's old school manual stuff because I've had so many motors and stuff break from slamming the door and crap. Like it's.
Yep.
Did you guys hear that China's shut down for COVID and that there's not any new Toyotas for the next year or two? Jesus Christ!
What the hell was that?
That was the Sea Lion.
Let's say
Toyota's the most plan. Like, hey, let's extract all of the fucking resources that we can out of the West right now. How do you do that? Okay, so we will have this COVID situation in which the world shuts down and they fucking devalue their currency by printing a whole bunch of it. But we're going to stay open that whole time, and we're going to produce the fuck out of everything that we can and send it over to them, and as much as they want to buy from us at whatever the price of the dollar is worth, right? Then when Ukraine and Russia have a little tiff war thing and all of these fucking international agreements and trade situations start going to hell and the petrodollar starts coming into question and the value of the dollar starts dropping and plummeting, well, at that point, we're going to shut down our fucking production of everything, at least that we're producing to export to America, and we're going to have our own COVID shut down again. That way, the price of goods skyrockets because supply and demand, those rules fucking apply whether fucking you believe in economic systems or not, right? Because if someone has something for sale and a bunch of people want it, then it's the highest bidder. If you have a bunch of shit for sale and no one wants it, then it's the lowest bidder, kind of.
And can you imagine what this country is going to look like after 3 or 4 more years without fucking new cars?
I'm saying this time next year we're going to live in a different country.
100%.
Why is China affecting the Toyotas? Because the Camry or the Corolla is something like 75% American made. It's the most American made car on the road.
Actually, it's the circuit board parts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, it's unfortunate thing is like since the 70s, it's been ramping up. They've been getting newer facilities, especially computer tech labs, and we've been kind of stagnant at best. At the same time, they were just outpacing us. And cheap circuit boards, go a lot further when you're, making millions of vehicles. So,
what this
versus
means
here,
is that all of the old circuit boards in junkyards across this country are going to be rusty gold.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't realize it was the circuit boards, so that makes more sense now.
And honestly, sensors as well.
If you have a cheap old car that gets good gas mileage, I would hang on to it for a while. Like I got my brother's car right now, and like my mom's been on me to like sell that thing for him. I think it's fucking doubled in price just holding on to it for a few months.
Dude, I think honestly okay, so back in the day, everyone's parents owned a house pretty much, right? Like if your parents didn't own the house that you lived in when you were a kid, it was like that was weird. Because you could get a house for fairly affordable price, and like they kind of fuck you on the interest rates on buying a house back then, but they would let you get the loan. And ultimately, paying mortgage on a house was better than paying rent on an apartment or paying rent in a house. So that's what most people did. Nowadays, people my age and younger, I know a handful of people who own the place that they live in. Most people don't, right?
Yep.
But most people own a car. I think the future is going to be like most people don't own a car because they're too expensive, and because like gas is too much, and because they're just going to like nickel and dime you, and like that 8 cent per mile tax that they passed. You know about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck are they going to implement that shit? 8 cents a mile? Like how many miles did you drive this year? 50.
Dude,
yeah.
This is half of why when I went looking for a like secondary vehicle, I was buying something like a bike or a scooter or a fucking like a e-bike, something like that. Like I think we might need that shit, something that doesn't take gas at all.
It would be nice to have an e-bike that had like a 50-mile-ish range on it, because then I could ride it to work and back without having to charge it,
and have like a solar generator big enough to charge the thing, so that way you don't have to spend any money on it if like the grid's down and whatever,
Well, that way, like if it's a nice day, like if it's like really nice weather, like fuck it, I'll ride the bike today,
Like,
it would take me an extra 10 minutes to get to work versus driving.
Imagine our future is no gasoline, and like the electric grid is sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
That's what the current administration wants. I mean, not just presidential.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys, that's 100% where this is headed for sure, no matter what happens. Because like they're going to do it for green reasons, or they're going to do it because of war, or they're going to do it because of fucking other bullshit.
Daniel says Taiwan and the state of Arizona are building a huge chip factory. Weird. I wonder why Taiwan is trying to export their fucking production of the thing that they're specialized in to somewhere else all of a sudden. Strange. Very,
because they know they're about to get blown the fuck up. I wonder if they're going to move all the Taiwanese people to Arizona.
I mean, as many of them as possible, dude.
Intel's
like if you're just gonna fucking abandon them and be like, "Good luck, here's a couple rockets," yeah, you should also.
Well, we are famous for just abandoning people. Like we abandoned everybody in Afghanistan. We abandoned a lot of Vietnamese when we left Vietnam too.
Well, I'm not saying you can get everybody out, but maybe you give as many people as makes sense the possibility of getting out.
My thing is, you should at least secure your fucking boundaries for a safe withdrawal from shit like Afghanistan. Like, get everyone out before you start pulling people off the fucking line.
Well, that was the argument, right? That's what happened. Is that was the major criticism. Even people who are in the center on the issue, on the current administration, were saying it's like, look, you really fumbled this. Yes. And behind closed doors, the people in the media were saying that as well. Like they were like,
we left a pile of U.S. military equipment in Central Asia that would fill like 100 aircraft carriers or some shit. Like, what do you think's going to happen there? Like, those people are about to have the fucking jihad of a lifetime doing something, probably.
Maybe it's a good time to buy, like, an old 1980s, like, fucking basic bitch
motorcycle,
carbureted motorcycle for cheap.
That's what I'm thinking.
And then you put a little work into it. You get some new tires. You make sure the brakes are working good and that the carburetor's clean on it and it runs well.
In the Great Depression,
you have a vehicle for like EMP. You've got a vehicle that gets good gas mileage in case gas gets expensive as fuck. You've got a fucking vehicle that you could possibly not have registered and fucking police, like that kind of thing.
In the Great Depression, that's when motorcycle games became popular.
Well, I mean, I'm actually acquiring an old CJ Jeep, and that's the longest line of. Yeah, it's the longest line of Jeep that's been made, and there's so many military surplus parts, even still in storage, that haven't even been used, that were built in the 1950s and 60s. So it's just
those parts are just. College were into building those things. We used to go hunting for parts on the weekends and shit.
Yeah, so basically for me, I'm gonna pick up and unfortunately I live in the state where they're really expensive because people love Jeeps here. But there's a guy in Nebraska I'm actually chatting with right now about it, getting his, and then just building
Daniel says Taiwan probably gonna lob microwaves at China if sheet goes down. Let's be honest, LOL. Everybody suspects they have them. Do they have microwaves that they?
Well, they probably have some sort of microwave weapon. There's already been microwave-based things targeted at U.S. embassies, and the suspect is Russia or China doing that.
Didn't a bunch of people sick at the White House, not at the White House, but at the Capitol or around the Capitol because they got hit with some energy weapon and they don't know what it's from?
Yes, it's the same shit. This is the reason you might want to build a Faraday cage.
I thought it was the sonic one that the military was working on back in the 90s, that the sonic wave thing that actually makes it feel like your whole body's convulsing.
I don't know. I wear ear pro.
It has nothing to do with your ears,
me, bro. That's all I'm saying. If they start using fucking microwaves, shit's fucking over. I'm done. I'm done playing rules.
Oh yeah,
there's no more rules.
Well, they have
there are no rules now. I think Honda. I'm honestly thinking about things to invest in right now, and the things that I'm looking at are precious metals and the Russian ruble. And my theory with the Russian ruble is it can't get any lower.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're allowed to
get lower.
What?
If it's worth 0, it's worth lower.
Yeah, but that's like a nuclear war or some shit. Russia's money's always going to be worth something. In 20 years, imagine if Russia comes back and has a strong dollar, and you bought $1 million worth of their currency for nothing.
Well, I mean, here's the thing is though, they're leaving the swipe system. They're leaving, and then the thing is they're basically going to be leaving the fiat current system that we have. That's really what this whole thing is kind of about. Yeah. Because we're maintaining the fiat with the petrodollar, and since obviously
here's the thing though,
gold.
That document that I was looking at that we didn't go over, that I can't cite because I don't have it in front of me, was talking about in February. So it was over a month ago. It was February 5th or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Russia was talking to China about getting off of the SWIFT system or whatever the fuck it's called and getting onto their own thing. So what's happening right now is a response to the West canceling their SWIFT fucking payment system. They were already planning for in February and already had things in the works to get that going in February.
Yep.
So my thing is Russia knows.
And moreover, that document that I was talking about is the same document that America and Canada have signed together too. So
yeah,
the whole payment system, the whole credit system, the whole fucking money market system is set up to change in the very near future, and they're going to switch it to something else. I'm not exactly sure yet exactly what that's going to look like, but they have the pieces on the chessboard are set up, so that's going to be the next move.
Yeah,
wouldn't there be an exchange in for all currencies at that point if we go to a one world currency issued by the fucking IMF?
Not if there's a crisis. Because what it is then you go to a global economy based off of an approved state cryptocurrency.
You're saying don't buy currencies because it's all about to be worthless. Okay?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, unless you're talking about hard currencies such as precious metals, because gold has never been worth nothing in the whole entire history of humanity.
That's where I was at. I was thinking gold, silver, and like maybe like some old phones, because you can score those pretty cheap right now. And if you get the older ones, my theory is that they have more of the palladium and fucking shit in them that's so fucking valuable.
Oh, he means nukes, not microwaves. He was censoring himself because he's used to doing super chatting, but he didn't do a super chat there, so he meant nukes, not microwaves.
Okay, well, I don't think Taiwan would do that.
Does Taiwan have a bunch of nukes?
I don't think they are supposed to, but they might have ones that we gave them.
I think we may have some there strategically placed.
No, if we had nukes in Taiwan, China would be furious. We would be at war with China.
We're pretty much already there with them.
Like
I mean, for the last like 20 years. Yeah, man, me and you are on the same page tonight.
Okay. It says Taiwan does not possess nuclear weapons, although it historically possessed a nuclear weapons program. Taiwan is not believed to have any biological chemical weapons programs, but they are accused of possessing such programs in the past.
I were Taiwan,
they have had a nuclear weapons program, but they don't have nukes? How does that fucking work?
If I were Taiwan, I wouldn't use nukes. I would want chemical weapons because they're really easy to develop and cheap. And you could fucking deploy gas masks to your people, have everyone get in bunkers, and release that shit on your beaches, and you don't have fucking infantry crowding your fucking cities.
My theory is, though, that there's some Indiana-class subs off the coast.
There are definitely nuclear subs in between fucking China and Taiwan, I would imagine.
That's what I was trying to insinuate earlier, is that
Neil says they're talking about adopting Bitcoin. I don't think that Russia will actually do that. I think that they're going to have some other means of doing things that involves printing their own currency because they don't control Bitcoin. And
what if
ultimately a centralized government is going to want to have control over the amount of currency that's available within their lands, right? Even if that means devaluing their dollar. Every fucking government in the world does it. Every single government does it, right?
What if they
backed a government that doesn't issue its own currency? So
what if they backed it with Bitcoin somehow?
Again, like that would be like backing it with gold, and then you print too much money, and now people start trading in their dollars for gold, and your gold reserves go away. The same thing would happen with Bitcoin.
Well, you would have to be responsible enough not to print too many rubles, right? But like Putin has a pretty tight control on that shit.
I'm saying maybe they do, but I don't see that because they don't have control over that. Like if it's a physical thing like gold that it's backed by, like, and your coffers run out, well, at least you fucking like had the coffers to begin with and knew how much was in them at any given point. If you back it with Bitcoin and suddenly Bitcoin takes a 50% hit because they got hit with some fucking internet bullshit, well, that's 50% of your economy for no good reason. And you don't have any control of that. I don't think any government is going to take that kind of a risk with that kind of a financially unstable thing. I mean, ultimately, it's going to be worth more and more and more over time, right?
Man, my theory is
if it keeps going, and only if fucking governments don't ban it and fucking things don't happen and it doesn't get hacked and things don't happen to it. So
my theory is that Putin is at some point going to back his shit with gold and then sell oil for gold to build his fucking treasury.
I mean, I agree with that. I think the long play further past that, though, is ultimately to create a rival economy, which is what we're all talking about. But one that can rival the new, because the fiat's dying and dead, pretty much. It's on its death. It's in the death throes of the petrodollar. So what's going to happen, though, is they're going to create a stable Bitcoin, basically kind of like a Bitcoin, but like a stable cryptocurrency that's going to be international currency. And then after all the dust settles, quote unquote, you got to think long term. Then it's like all these different countries and basically, alliances want to be part of a global economy. When you have China, Russia, these major manufacturers that supply the world of their needs, they're going to be left with like, well, do we go to their economy and what they're doing, or do we stick to our old SWIFT system that doesn't work? It's all broken and fractured. Well, so they're basically setting up for a strong economy globally. Sorry.
Here's the thing, though. They want to get rid of dollars. They want to get rid of fucking like dollar bills, cash. right?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Well,
because that way they can track it.
They can track everything. They control everything. They know every penny that everybody spends on everything every time. And if you do something or say something or go somewhere that they don't want you to be or go or say or do or whatever, they can just turn your chip off. They can turn your fucking credits off. They can make it so that your bank account doesn't work. And they've made it so that that's a socially acceptable way to punish people already. Already. Think about it. Like Russian people who have nothing to do with any decision that the government makes on any level, who happen to be in another country, suddenly can't take their dog to a dog show. People who donated money to a fucking Canadian protest on a fucking website get their bank account turned off. Like, they have already done this shit, and they've set the precedent for it. And once they get everybody to a point where there is no cash and you have to use the chip, then they got you by the fucking balls, and that's exactly what they want. That's a big part of this whole fucking thing going on right now.
Oh, absolutely. And take it one step further with Russia. Oh, I was going to say, just take it one step further with like this like huge initiative to get off the quote unquote gasoline, you know, to wean us off, to get us all in electric cars and all this thing. Think about it. You say something naughty, they can turn your car off. You can't drive for 48 hours.
Dude,
you know,
what I'm preparing for now is what they are doing to Russia, they are going to do to us eventually. That's why I'm buying silver and gold and shit. And I think Russian currency is like a gamble, but I might even do some of that.
It's a gamble. All right, guys. Well, we've been going 2 hours and 11 minutes, which is longer than I wanted to go. And the kids got home in the middle of the chat there, and I haven't properly said hello to them. So I'm going to go ahead and start winding this chat down. I do hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. I certainly did. Work has been hell from hell itself, in hell, with hell on the side, and then with hell dumped on top of you. So
say that again.
Oh, it's been so bad, dude. It has been insanely bad. I can't even describe it. Words are paltry things. But
basically, they rape Honda's butthole every night.
Yeah.
Shit, I second that.
I just got a new job, so
like I worked 3 shifts in a row, and I've slept for 2 days straight afterwards because I'm so tired. Like, it's been ridiculous. But anyway, I will talk to you guys tomorrow on Matt's chat for the Guns and Geeks free-for-all penis chat, where penises are out on camera every night.
Hey,
Matt?
Well, at least one penis is. It's always Matt for some reason.
Well, he's the big dick.
Yeah.
Anyway. We'll see you guys then. Peace out, guys. Have a good night.
Bye.